What would you do as the first order of business if you're elected Montgomery County executive?
Well, so we need to change the tone at the top, how we support businesses, because I knew as an executive with our business in Rockville. At first, I didn't have a perspective because we just had one office in Rockville, but over a dozen years, we had offices in 30 different states and thousands of employees, and I got to work with many different municipalities. And I'm not exaggerating by saying that Montgomery County was the most challenging, whether it was inspections, permits, redundant laws, regulations that were duplicative. I actually felt like I almost needed to apologize to the county government every time I hired somebody because it was creating more traffic for them. Like I was like, sorry guys, we're growing again. And so we have smart people in county government that know what to do, but and I saw this when I was on Ike Leggett's economic advisory group. They actually don't know what businesses need. And so they think about, like, I'll give you a very specific example. I remember one meeting, the lady that was running the permitting process, she came in and she said, this is almost a direct quote, everyone gives me a hard time because the permitting process is so difficult. Last year, our new construction insurance rates were some of the lowest in the country. They should be thanking me now. And I was like, I don't think, like, as a new business owner, I'm not worried about new construction insurance rates. I'm worried that I was supposed to open up in February. And now it's been delayed until June because of some arbitrary, whatever rule, permit, whatever might come up. So I think I got to change the tone about how we support businesses. And that's as simple as making sure everyone understands that it's the small business community that pays your salaries, right? So we need the businesses because they actually hire people shop there. That's our tax base, and that pays for things. So I've got to change that tone about how we treat businesses, and then I'll start to change the metrics. So let's go to the permitting department. So I would say we're not going to worry about new construction insurance rates. How many new businesses opened last week? Okay, how can we double that for next week? How can we reduce the time to get those permits? And we'll go through everything. And I've actually had roundtable discussions with business leaders from different segments, talking to them about the specific things that need to change within local government to better support them. Because clearly, we should be leading the region in new businesses. Not to be incredibly long-winded, but I guess I already am. But let me just add one more thing. So in Montgomery County, 1/3 of our residents were born outside the United States, which is incredible. Like, we have this huge asset that we have a group of individuals that, and I say that's entrepreneurial, right? Because if you've moved to a new country, maybe you've learned a new language, a new culture, new systems, that there's so many entrepreneurial qualities in that we should be sprouting new businesses all over the place. And so we've got to make sure that we're giving those entrepreneurs everything they can to succeed with their new businesses. So really long way to answer your first question about what one of the first things I do. That's what I would do.